In this lesson, we'll discuss selecting elements and then using filters to deselect some of the elements you select. So let's say you select a bunch of elements on your screen by using one of the window selection techniques. And you window in a variety of things, and some of what you window in you technically don't want. So can you filter out some of those elements? And the answer is yes. So we're going to use this view on my screen as the example. Right now, inside of the walls, I see 4 diffusers on the left and a piece of mechanical equipment on the right. Let's go ahead and select all 5 of those elements using a window selection technique. I'm going to hold my mouse on the left and then just drag to the actual left of everything, selecting all of those different elements. Now, with all of them selected, I can see 5 are now blue on my screen, and in the properties area on the left, it does say 5 are selected, and of those 5, they belong to multiple categories. So now, how do I deselect the mechanical equipment on the right? Well, to do that, I'll look at filters. On my ribbon, all the way to the right, is now a filter button. If you click filter, it will display all of the category elements that are currently selected. I see the air terminals, and there's 4 of those, and the mechanical equipment, and there's 1. Well, in this example, I don't want the mechanical equipment. So what I'll do is uncheck mark it. Go ahead and uncheck mark mechanical equipment, click apply, and now what you'll see on your screen is it actually removes that mechanical equipment from the selection set. And then click OK. Let's say this is a selection set that you would want to use over and over and over again. Well, you can save it. All the way to the right on your ribbon, to the right of filter, is a save button. So if you go up and click save, it'll now ask you, what do you want to name this selection set? And I'll call it, for this example, just 4 diffusers. You can call it whatever you want in your example, but I'll just call mine 4 diffusers and click OK. Now it saves that selection set, and you now see you have a load button to load that. Let's go ahead and clear the selection by clicking in the background or clicking modify or the escape key. Now you may ask yourself, well, how do I load that selection set back in if I don't see the load button? Well, that load button is on the Manage tab in your ribbon. So if you move your mouse all the way to the right, you'll see Manage. Click on Manage, and then in the selection panel, the middle icon is Load Selection. When you select that, it will display all of the various filters, dependent upon where you're at, that you can actually use to filter out criteria within this view or a different part of your Revit project. So I'll select the 4 diffusers we just created, click OK, and it now selects those 4 elements because it remembered what we actually did. Now, if you need to make an edit to this selection filter, you have the Edit button on the ribbon all the way to the right. You can go up and click Edit, and now it will display all of those filters that you currently have selected or created, and you can choose which one you want to edit. So I could select 4 diffusers. I can click Edit, and now I can come in and start to add or remove elements from my selection. So if I wanted to remove an element, I could select something, let's say this diffuser on the right, choose Remove from Selection, and now I removed it from the selection set. To save that, green check mark, Finish Selection, and then click OK. Now, go back to the Manage tab, go to the Selection panel, click Load Selection, select 4 diffusers again, and click OK. What you'll notice now, because we removed that one element, it only selects 3 diffusers. So you can see you can filter out on the fly as you're selecting things, or you can actually create selection filters. In this lesson, we looked at selecting elements and how to filter out things that we don't want in that current selection. We also looked at how do we save these custom selection sets, how do we load them again, and then how do we edit them.